Good afternoon, everybody. Good morning. Good evening, depending where you are in the world. It's Morocco against Croatia this morning. Russ Vernon, the man on the mic to guide you through Morocco against Croatia. Should be a good game and should be a good watch this morning. This is my first one of two games that I'll be bringing you today. I've got Belgium against Canada later. Luke Turton should have been on commentary for Kokom's for Germany's game against Japan with alongside Paul James, but due to illness, he will not be on this lunchtime. So get well soon to Luke. We've also got a Nicholas Jones on at 4 o'clock for Spain against Costa Rica before I return for Belgium against Canada. I'll have Paul James alongside me for that one this evening. The teams are in the tunnel. I can see the Moroccan players just in the tunnel there, including number 19, Yusuf El N Nesri, who will play as the lone striker in their side today. There's Hakim Ziyech of Chelsea. He'll wear number 7. And the captain is Romain Saiss of Wolverhampton Wanderers. There is the Football World Cup Qatar 2022 Morocco v Croatia as the officials lead out the teams. Should be a good game as the Croatian side is led out by captain Luka Modric and the Moroccan side is led out by Romain Saiss. Just warming up, walking out onto the field of play ahead of kickoff, and before they do their kickoff, they will go through the national anthems of both sides. And while they're doing that, in just a couple of moments, I'll go through the starting lineups to give you who plays for Morocco and who plays for Croatia. Morocco are managed by Waldi Regaru, and Croatia managed by Zlato Dalic. And they're just about to go through the national anthems right now. So while they're doing that, I'll go through the Moroccan side. And it's Yassin Bouanou in goal, Ashraf Hakimi, Romain Saiss, Nayef Agoud, and Nazar Marouzi across the back. Is a midfield two of Azedine Ouanou and Sofan Amrabat. Then it's Hakim Ziyech, Salim Amala, and Sofiane Boufal just behind Yusuf En Nasri. For Croatia is Dominik Livakovic between the sticks. Is Josip Juranovic. Right back, Dejan Lovren, formerly of Liverpool, should I say, is centre back alongside Josko Gvardiol, who was linked with Leeds United last summer when Marcelo Bielsa was in charge of the club. And number 19 is Borna Sosa. He's a left back. Then Marcelo Brozovic sits in front of the back four. And then ahead of him is Real Madrid's and Croatia captain Luka Modric. And alongside Luka Modric is Chelsea's Mateo Kovacic. And then up front is Nikola Vlasic, Andrej Kramaric, and Tottenham's Ivan Perisic, who has played well for Tottenham when he's played this season, and Modric has always done well for Real Madrid, and I'm looking forward to seeing them. Hakim Ziyech for Morocco has not really played much for Chelsea this season in the Premier League, so we're looking to see how he's fared. He's not really started many games for Chelsea this season, Hakim Ziyech, so I'm looking forward to see how he gets on today. In the subs bench for Morocco, there's a couple of familiar faces to Championship fans in Burnley's Anas Zahouri and Elias Chair of QPR. Zahouri wears number 10, Chair wears number 13. There's a few familiar faces on the bench for Croatia, with Borna Barisic of Rangers being one of them. Mislav Orsic, the manager of Vida, is also on the bench as well. There's also Bruno Petkovic, also on the bench. And it should be a cracking match as Croatia get ready to open their campaign up against Morocco. While we just wait for the kick-off to come then, the referee is Fernando Rapellini from Argentina. He's assisted by Juan Pablo Belletti and Diego Bonafa, should I say, with Kevin Ortega from Peru. The fourth official, the VAR, is Julio Pascuanan from Chile. He's assisted by Leodan Gonzalez from Uruguay. The offside VAR is Nicolas Taran, who's also from Uruguay. Paolo Villare is from Italy. He's one of the supporter VARs, and the support assistant VAR is Martin Soppe from Uruguay as well. And the reserve assistant referee is Karen Diaz-Mende from Mexico. Now the formalities are out of the way. We're almost set to go then in this FIFA World Cup Group F encounter. There's a 10 o'clock UK time kickoff. My first 10 a.m. kickoff in the tournament. And will be my first of two 10 o'clock kickoffs. My second one will be the Wales-Iran game on Friday. But this one should be a good game, as just seeing the teams again on the screen, as Romain says, partnered by Nayef Agurd as centre-back, with Ashraf Hakimi a right-back, who's always done well. Ashraf Hakimi for PSG. And there's Dejan Lovren, the former Liverpool player, alongside Josko Gvardiol, Luka Modric and Mateo Kovacic, just playing behind the front three of Vlasic, Kramaric and Perisic. And should be a good game. This one today. There's Hakim Ziyech of Chelsea, who's not really played much Premier League minutes. So be looking to get a few minutes here to get used to and get warmed up in for ahead of the Premier League season, returning and hopefully get some more minutes at Chelsea after the end of the World Cup. The players are all ready. The referee, who is, just to remind you, Fernando Rapellini from Argentina, is almost set. The stadium looks absolutely fantastic where this game is being played today. You can see not many people out and about outside the stadium. Everyone, I think, is inside the stadium. The referees all said the officials are ready to go. And it'd be Morocco to kick us off, attacking the goal to my right. They're in red, green and red. Croatia in all white today, as a ball is followed by Romain Saiss, and it's cleared away now. There's a good to clear the ball forward, and he's across now, headed across there by El Nasri for a throw to Croatia. 20 seconds gone is Morocco 0, Croatia 0, if you're just tuning into us here on the commentary hub. As here is Gvardiol for Croatia, wearing a sporting a mask, it looks like. Gvardiol probably for an injury to his face. But here's Dejan Lovren into Gvardiol, as he will look to come forward up towards halfway. He has to go wide to so knocks the ball back to Kovacic and back to Gvardiol, and Gvardiol will look to try and get forward. Kovacic will know a lot about Ziyech, as he'll know a lot about Kovacic, as they play together for Chelsea. That's when Ziyech is on the field, and he'll probably come up against him in training. As is Ivan Perisic to another ball down the line, looking for Sosa, and Sosa can't go on the end of that. And the Moroccan defenders of Ashraf Hakimi and Agurd come across to shepherd that ball out. Walid Aguari, the Moroccan coach, is a well-respected coach across the continent where Morocco are from, and he's done quite well with Morocco. But yeah, come his side now. If possession is Missouri, but he loses out to Modric, and now Brozovic will just pick up possession back into Luka Modric. Rest of all forward there into Vlasic, and then on to Juranovic, but Modric is fouled after he played that ball. His foot was stood on by Enesri as they come, Croatia trying to come forward with Juranovic, but he's out of play for a throw. There's Zlatko Dalic, who's done a fairly decent job with Croatia, and is looking, and his side looks to be contenders. They did well in the last World Cup, got to the final, and just lost to France. Beat England in the semi-finals along their way. Getting to that final, Najo Mandzukic, who scored that day, no longer involved as Amrabat pushed the ball out of play, trying to find a teammate with a straight pass, and he made amends for that by winning the ball back for Morocco as they have got remain sights on the ball. The Wolverhampton Wanderers player started fairly decently for Wolves, despite their position in the Premier League, as is Mateo Kovacic now for Croatia to come forward. Good bit of play into Vlasic. And Vlasic still has possession, so he has to go back to Lovren, and now Gvardiol pick up possession. He's got Perisic in support of him, but he goes to Brozovic, and now there's Perisic. Ivan Perisic plays the ball backwards to Gvardiol, and he will look to find Lovren, who will come forward up towards halfway. Across now to Ivanovic, who wins a throw for his side after trying to play the ball down the line, looking for the run of Vlasic. But now his throw's being taken to Lovren. Lovren down the line it goes. And Croatia just keeping the ball in the opening 4 minutes. 4 minutes gone, Morocco 0, Croatia 0 as the ball is played across to Ivan Perisic. Brings the ball down well. Pulls the ball back towards Modric and Sosa, but he goes out of play for a throw to Morocco, which will be taken by Achraf Hakimi. Achraf Hakimi is doing a fairly decent job of PSG, but here comes Croatia towards a penalty area towards Kramaric from Kovacic after a poor throwing by Achraf Hakimi. And the defender remains set to get back to cover to stop Kramaric from getting in there. Remains size. Good defending and good alertness from the Wolverhampton Wanderers defender and the Moroccan skipper, who wears number 6. There's Kovacic and Modric over this. Modric is trying to tell his teammates where to go along with Kovacic, and he takes it to Luka Modric. Modric plays the ball and headed towards goal. He's headed back in there. Cleared away by Morocco. First round ball, no penalty given. Kovacic is in there. Comes out to Luka Modric, who will look to line up the shot. Will he now? Goes back to Brozovic. Well, the ball just runs past him, but he has to chase back to get his Hakim Ziyech was on his tail to try and win the ball back as there's Gvardiol to do the same to get back in possession for Croatia and look to fetch the ball forward. Come to our 6 minutes gone in this first half. It remains Morocco 0, Croatia 0. As we're bringing you this game this morning. Morocco 0, Croatia 0 is the scoreline as we watch on. 6 minutes on the clock. Morocco 0, Croatia 0. If you're just tuning into us, it's Russ Vernon for the commentary hub. We're also live on commentary hub 2, JB Sports, Storm FM, and also available on our Twitch channel as well. Here's Luka Modric playing the ball forward. But Ziyech is there now, and he finds Uwe, and then back to Hakim Ziyech, and then here comes Kovacic for Croatia. Keeps the ball in play, but then Amrabat comes across well to win the ball back from Morocco. Finds Ziyech. Ziyech plays in the main side, so comes up over halfway. Still going with main side on the left hand side. Into the path of Buffal and back into Zaza back into Buffal. He's got Missouri outside of him and he finds him into the edge of the penalty area. Amala inside the penalty area, still going Amala. Shot cleared away by Croatia. Having to do a bit of defending. Here's just to fetch the ball forward into the path of Jovanovic. Jovanovic does well to hold up the play. Back into Luka Modric. Here's Vlasic. And now Kovacic. Across now to Sosa. Sosa will look up and go back to Gvardiol. And Gvardiol will just keep hold of possession for Croatia and just build up from the back. Here's Lovren into Modric. And Luka Modric does well into the feet of Brozovic. And Brozovic goes down under the challenge. No free kick to him. And he appears to have fouled his man as well there, which was the number 15, Mala, who stayed down in that challenge. And Morocco got that free kick and they've taken it quickly. We'll just see the replay of that challenge as Fakimi finds Amrabat and he feeds into the main side. So it remains Morocco 0, Croatia 0. Eamon Isconi if you're just tuning into his ear on the commentary hub. Good bit of play this for Morocco as they're just looking to build a bit of momentum in this game for the first time. As is Ashraf Hakimi now trying to help them do that. Into Ziyech. Ziyech with the ball forward, looking for the run of his teammate over on that far side, Buffal, but Croatia have read that situation well as Gvardiol plays it to Sosa, and Sosa will just come away with possession with a free kick far by on Gvardiol, who's, as I thought, got a mask on his face, probably to protect an injury which he picked up for his club side just before the World Cup to his face, as Luka Modric has possession now for Croatia. Plays into Dejan Lovren, and Lovren will look to find Gvardiol, who will come up towards halfway. Normally a left back Gvardiol. We're playing a centre back today with Sosa a left back. As Modric plays that ball looking for Vlasic, and Kramaric is there too, and Vlasic couldn't get an end of it. Nikola Vlasic, who made a decent run forward there, but he had no one in support of him. As he remains Morocco 0, Croatia 0. Ball down on his knee, but then they just ran away from him as Romain starts to come across to try and cover, and he did well there. Bunu clears the ball away for Morocco down the line to the left hand channel, header in field by Nasri, and there he fetches the ball down again and try to flick it over the top, looking for Buffal to go and end it, but he couldn't, and he goes back to Livakovic, and Livakovic plays it to Dejan Lovren, who will look to come forward for Croatia and find Gvardiol. And Josko Gvardiol will look to play the ball forward. Here's the Dejan Lovren for Croatia. Good bit of play into Gvardiol. And now Awata Sosa will look to get forward from left back. Brozovic was back there to help keep possession for Croatia after it looked as though they were going to lose it for a moment. As is Sosa into Kovacic. Ziyech is onto him straight away and he gives the ball away. Does Kovacic. Now Ziyech is in behind. He tried to play the ball into the path of Evanesi, who can't get through there. And that's a good bit of play from Croatia. Some breaking news from Manchester City coming up in just a second to tell you about, which I'll bring you in the next stoppage of play. A good across into the path of Mouze. Now it was with Sass and back into his centre back partner Agurad, and now he will look to find Anua. And now here's Mensai, who will come forward for Morocco and look to keep the ball well. Remains as the captain, doing a sterling job at the defensive player. Across now to Hakim Ziyech, who can't keep the ball in play and is out of play for a throw to Croatia. While that throw is waiting to be taken, I can tell you, if you're a Manchester City fan, it is good news. Manager Pep Guardiola has signed a 2-year contract extension that will keep him in Manchester City until 2025. That is the breaking news from the Etihad this morning. As there is Kramaric, who tries to come forward. And now here is a good now for Morocco, who looks solid at the back of the sides in the opening 12 minutes. No real attempts at the moment, but he remains goalless. If you're tuning in, let us know what you think. Lou Turton is saying, "Come on, Croatia." And we'll read his other commentators in a minute as the ball comes in towards the penalty, looking for Ashraf Hakimi at the far post. He has it down towards Hakim Ziyech. Hakim Ziyech shot is blocked. And Morocco having the early chances. Ashraf Hakimi now putting the ball back in, and he's into the arms of Dominik Livakovic. The Croatian goalkeeper will be happy to see that going to his grateful arms. Luke says Croatia centre back will now be known as the Croatian Zorro. I think he's on about Gvardiol. As it's Morocco 0, Croatia 0, 13 minutes gone. As Gvardiol just picks up possession. Finds Dejan Lovren. And Dejan Lovren will find Gvardiol again. And there's a ball down the line. Looking for the run of Luka Modric, who got forward and puts a guard under a bit of pressure. And it's a throw into Croatia, which will be taken by Ivan Perisic, and he takes it quickly to Kovacic. Now into Luka Modric. Modric in towards the penalty area. Crossed in, no one in the far post. Kramaric is across there to try and get the ball back. As Vlasic came into the middle. We're interchanging between the two players so from there for Croatia. No foul on foul there, according to the referee, who looked to a foul, and that's a lovely bit of trickery from Luka Modric. And then his cross was wayward. But here's Lovren to play a crossfield pass, looking for Ivan Perisic, but the height on that ball was too far. And just a little bit high for Perisic to his liking to pitching control. Now Ziyech plays the ball over the top, looking for the run of the fellow on that far side, but he can't keep the ball in play. Well, can't keep the ball for Morocco, should I say. As here is Sosa now. Back he goes to Gvardiol, and Gvardiol will look to keep hold of possession. Lovren. Back he goes into Livakovic, the Croatian goalkeeper. And now Gvardiol again, who was linked to Leeds United under Marcelo Bielsa in their first season back in the Premier League. But Leeds signed Junior Firpo instead for that left back role. But here's Lovren now for Croatia, across to Juranovic, and Juranovic plays the ball down the line. And there's Nikola Vlasic trying to go on the end of it. But he goes out of play for a throw to Croatia, down over on that far side, which Juranovic will come up to take. There's some Croatian fans there just in plenty of support for their country, for their nation out in Qatar. As is Gvardiol across into Luka Modric. Modric plays the ball down the line, and it's a wonderful ball down the line it goes, giving the ball away. And here comes Morocco trying to come forward in possession, and they play the ball well, but they've given the ball away to Ivan Perisic, who goes for goal from long range out, and he's not far over from Tottenham's Ivan Perisic. He fired that over well, from about 20, 25 yards out, Ivan Perisic, but he was always rising, never troubling the goalkeeper, and he remains goalless. 16.5 minutes gone. So then, just to remind you what's coming up later, we've got Germany against Japan kicking off their World Cup campaign with Paul James. And we've also got Nicholas Jones bringing his Spain against Costa Rica. But here's Lovren having to clear the ball away as Morocco came forward with Amala and Ziyech. And then later we've got Belgium against Canada with myself and Paul James. Here's Ashraf Hakimi, does well. And now here comes Ziyech. Ashraf Hakimi back into Ziyech. Crossing towards the penalty area from Ziyech, and he's just over the head of the player coming in on the far side. And Nesri, who came in round the back on the far side after a good 1-2 between Ziyech and Hakimi. And Nesri couldn't connect with the ball, and Croatia got behind for a corner. For a goal kick, should I say, is now Sosa with possession to clear the ball forward for Croatia. And now Ashraf Hakimi will come forward again. Comes off his conversation. Ziyech takes it through quickly this time into the path of Rouhani. Rouhani now into the feet of Boufal. And Boufal goes towards goal. Comes to Rouhani, edge of the penalty area. Still going Morocco, but Croatia just defend with Modric well. Morocco will come again. They've got a second win at the moment. Here's Ashraf Hakimi. Good play. Ashraf Hakimi edge of the penalty area. Still going. Goes down on the edge. And there's a free kick to Morocco. Foul on Ashraf Hakimi there by, I'm not sure whether it was Gvardiol or Modric who fouled him. Modric having a word with the official. And the person who fouled Ashraf Hakimi was Luka Modric, stood on his foot after he played the ball. He definitely got the ball. He didn't get the ball there, Modric, on that view. Ashraf Hakimi behind this free kick. Hakim Ziyech too. Those two are just having a chat, and Luka Modric has now just been told to move away from the ball by the Argentine referee, which is Fernando Rapellini, should I say, as Morocco line up their first effort, which could be the first effort on target in this contest. Excuse me, as Brozovic just lies down behind the wall. Ashraf Hakimi standing over this, as to his Hakim Ziyech. And we're just watching this. Wall is Ziyech into that Croatian wall, and Croatia stood firm, and Perisic come rushing out to try and get the ball back. As there's Modric with the clearance up towards halfway. Modric gets back in to get the ball back, and then there's a break on it now for Croatia. They've got men flooding forward. Lovely play this from Croatia, and towards the penalty Vlasic there from Kramaric, and he goes behind for a corner, and that's a good counter attack from Croatia, from defending the free kick at one end to almost getting to score at the other. Kramaric did well to hold up the play. He did well, fed into Vlasic, and then coming back to tackle Mazraoui, who did very, very well to tidy up for Morocco. Morocco 0, Croatia 0. If you're just tuning into us, 21 minutes gone. Here on the commentary hub, also on TCUP2, JB Sports, Storm FM. Also have on our Twitch channel too. If you are listening on Twitch, you can connect it to your phone, to your car, should I say. And if you're out and about, and put us on the radio and listen to us on the radio. It is Luka Modric for Croatia. Good bit of play as they try and work an opening to have a shot on goal. Here's Gvardiol is forward, cleared away by the heads of Size and in towards the penalty area again. And now Modric with the ball in, low ball in, cleared away the near post. And Gvardiol comes back in to get the ball back. And now Perisic plays into Dejan Lovren. And now he feeds in Sursa. Sursa coming forward. Been a good start to this game, but no goals and no shots on target from either side as of yet. Morocco 0, Croatia 0 if you're just tuning into us here from in the World Cup Group F and counted. 10 o'clock it kicked off. 22 minutes gone. Morocco 0, Croatia 0 as we watch. Lovren playing a splendid ball out wide to the right hand side and Juranovic. And Juranovic loses out there to Buffalo, got back to intercept for Morocco and help out his defenders well there. And now is Ashraf Hakimi from a Gerds pass, but he gives the ball away to Perisic. And Perisic feeds in Vlasic there, but Vlasic has lost out. And now here comes Rufal up to just over halfway. Back he goes into Size from Mazzouri, and now into Agerd there, who comes and finds Rani. Rani who looked to play the ball forward. And it goes back to Agerd there. And now remains Size, who will keep hold of possession and do some good footwork here for Morocco as they try and come forward as the edge plays the ball looking for Ashraf Hakimi, who just gets there to keep the ball in play. Ashraf Hakimi going well. His ball in towards the penalty area is blocked. And it's cleared for a throw to Morocco, which will be taken by Ashraf Hakimi. The ball did go out of play there, which the officials didn't spot. If Croatia would be complaining about that if they lose this game, especially if they score from that, they'd been complaining about it. Because the ball definitely did go out of play before Ashraf Hakimi put the ball away from Luka Modric over on this near side. As is Ashraf Hakimi again, the aforementioned Ashraf Hakimi finds Amrabat and now remains Size, so come forward over on that far side of the left into the path of Mazzouri, who pushed the ball in towards the penalty area. And Mazzouri is blocked by Lovren. And then there's a free kick there for a foul on Juranovic, who goes down under the challenge over there from Mazzouri, who put that ball in. Lovren did well to defend well there. I'm not sure if he was on Juranovic, who wasn't bad there. I think it was Vlasic who was fouled in the end. I mean, just seen a replay. Will be taken by Livakovic, who will pull this ball forward with his right boot. As here comes Livakovic, who will play the ball forward into the path of Lovren, who will find Gvardiol, and Gvardiol gets it back to Dejan Lovren, who will come forward. Here is Gvardiol again. Wonderful ball forward. We're looking for Perisic, and here's Kramaric now into Perisic, back into Kramaric, who delivers a ball in, no one inside the penalty area for Croatia, is claimed by Branu, who will do very, very well to keep hold of possession there under no real pressure. And now he clears it long to find Nazrio. Tries to flick it off for Ziyech. Gvardiol heads it forward. And there's a free kick for a foul back on Gvardiol from by Hakim Ziyech, who pushed him in the back there. Trying to challenge for the header as is Dejan Lovren. And now here is Gvardiol. Back into Lovren again. 26.5 minutes gone. Here's Morocco 0, Croatia 0. If you just tuned into his ear on the commentary of his good start to the game. And we'll come back to Luke's point in a second regarding the incident there, which we just mentioned about Ashraf Hakimi ball just going just out, and then where they almost created a goal scoring opportunity from Morocco a few moments ago. We'll go back to that in a second. As is there, John Lovren to find Luka Modric, and Luka Modric will come forward. Here's Brozovic now, and a good play from Brozovic into the path of his teammate Vlasic, and now here's Modric to clear the ball and look forward for Croatia. They'll be playing in the shade, going towards the shade in the second half. So over on that far side, where they're attacking in this first half, they're right hand side in this first half, especially in the Moroccan side of the field of play. There's a lot of sun in their eyes for the Moroccan defenders and the Croatian attackers. It is Modric to spray the ball out wide to Perisic, and now good bit of play. It is Kovacic. Mateo Kovacic with the ball in towards the penalty area, and Brenu come racing out to claim that. And there was no one in there again challenging the goalkeeper when the ball came in. They need to do better there, Croatia, when they're trying to challenge, when they're putting the crosses in. They need to be putting the pressure on the goalkeeper, trying to make him make a mistake, trying to force that mistake. But they're not seeming to do that at the moment as Brozovic just snaps in on Amala there and gives away a free kick. Nowhere near the ball, Brozovic. And that's a dangerous challenge to make. And a silly challenge to make, especially when Amala was going nowhere in possession. It remains Morocco 0, Croatia 0 as we come up towards 29, half an hour gone. A minute shy of half an hour gone. As Amrabat comes forward and he challenged from behind there by Luka Modric, who could get the game's first yellow card, but the referee at the moment is keeping his cards in his pocket. Well, we're just watching this challenge again. It was a bad challenge. Luke says he thinks we should have touchline technology, that worse like the goal line technology, to avoid decisions getting missed like that one where the ball just went out of play, which they didn't spot. But here's Morocco coming forward, but Croatia just defend well. Here's Brozovic. Sprint it out wide to the to the right hand side as is Ivanovic, who can't pick out Vlasic, and now here comes Buffal for Morocco. But Ivanovic gets back and Buffal can't keep the ball in play as he tried to get the ball forward. And now Brozovic has possession from the throw from Ivanovic. Now Brozovic gets the ball back from Modric, and then he will play the ball into Gvardiol. Gvardiol into the path of Kovacic, now wide to Sosa, who knocks the ball down the line to Perisic. Back into Gvardiol, who he had to go bad there, did Perisic. No one making the move forward. Now here's Vlasic with the ball out wide to Juranovic. And back into Luka Modric, who will keep the ball well for Croatia. Half an hour gone here. Morocco 0, Croatia 0 as the ball is played forward. Giving the ball away as Ziyech will come forward. Good bit of play as Morocco just keep hold of possession as they try and get towards half time. Well, about 15 minutes left to play before half time as the ball looking for Ashraf Hakimi is cut out. Now Amrabat comes to feed in Ziyech. Ziyech has got Ashraf Hakimi forward, but he plays the ball in towards the path of Nesri, who can't keep the ball in play and runs behind for a goal kick. But that's another ball forward for Hakim Ziyech. Trying to find his striker with Selim Amala coming in on the front, trying to gain from midfield as well to support his runs. As here is Sosa for Croatia into Brozovic now. Looks to Up with fans. Kovacic who came short to get the ball. And Kovacic will go back to Gvardiol and he will find his centre-back partner Lovren into the path of Luka Modric. Then I think it was Jovanovic who came short for that ball. It is the aforementioned Luka Modric who he's not really seen much of the ball in an attacking sense for Croatia so far. Here is Luka Modric doing well into the path of Sosa. Now Kovacic intercepts, and now Gvardiol into Sosa. Down the line he goes, and he's run through. Here's Luka Modric, and Modric gets the ball forward, and he's out of play for a throw from him off the main side, and Croatia a throw just in line with the Moroccan penalty area, which Ivan Perisic will take into Kovacic and back into Sosa and back into Brozovic this time. Modric now into Gvardiol, and Gvardiol is forward into the path of Perisic, and Perisic loses out. But Luka Modric tries to get there, but he can't. And Ezri flicks it all into the path of Buffalo, goes down under the challenge there of Perisic, I think it was, but no free kick given. And now Lovren will come forward again. He's back on his feet now. Is Buffalo. He didn't really complain that much. It was more his teammates who complained, but nothing given as here comes Croatia just taking their time with possession, trying to build up, slow build up patience, as here's Kovacic to take away from Anue. Now Kovacic plays a wonderful ball out wide to Ivanovic, whose ball is cleared away for a throw. But look, it was looking for Kramaric inside the or Vlasic inside the penalty area with that initial cross. Here's Kramaric to find Vlasic, who goes down under the challenge. No free kick given as Morocco will come away with possession. It's back to the main side, so just clapping his team mates as they are giving as good as they've got against Croatia. It's Morocco no, Croatia nil. We had the two first scoreless draws yesterday. Hopefully we won't get another one here today. We had two back-to-back goalless draws, and hopefully, and I had one of them. Hopefully, I don't get another one today. It is a crossfield pass just there towards Hakim Ziyech, and he's headed away there by Sosa. There's a throw-in, which will be taken by Ashraf Hakimi into Noah and back in towards Hakimi. Brozovic is across there to clear away, but he can only clear it into the for a throw into Morocco. I think I could, or is it a throw into Croatia? We'll soon see in a minute. We've just seen Moroccan fans doing the Icelandic clap. That you're accustomed to with Iceland a few years ago. It's a Croatia throw, which also throws down there looking for Kramaric to flick on, but he only flicked into the path of a god who finds Saiss, and now he finds Merzu, who can go up towards halfway. Back he goes into the main Saiss, and across there to Agurdo, who will come forward. Good play this from Morocco, giving as good as they've got, as I've said plenty of times against Croatia's. Brozovic is penalised for a foul on Hakim Ziyech, and Hakim Ziyech is done fairly well. It remains Morocco no, Croatia nil in the World Cup Group F encounter. Here is Saiss, who will come forward. This weekend is the second round of the FA Cup. Hopefully we could have some of those games on as well as the World Cup matches, as we try and bring you the best in World Cup coverage. As here comes Brozovic, who can get the ball away, and Brozovic plays the ball through into the path of Vlasic, who's got his shoelace coming undone, so he has to try and take the Vlasic them up next. Time the ball goes out of play, I wonder. because otherwise he'll fall over his own shoelaces. And instead, his shoelace does Vlasic, and I wonder if that's why he's just giving that free kick away so he could tie his shoelace. Because you can clearly see his shoelace is coming undone. And that was a brilliant ball from Brozovic to find Vlasic. He could have tried to get the ball in the play into the box quicker, but he took his time, in which by that point Morocco got back to defend. But here is Saiss now for Morocco, who defended quite resolutely. 37 minutes gone. Morocco 0, Croatia 0. Here on the commentary hub. We also have on the commentary hub 2, JB Sports, Storm FM, and our Twitch channel as well. If you want to tune in on Twitch, you can do. And if you want to tweet us, let us know what you think of this game so far. Tweet at Commentary Live 1 and use the hashtag MARCRO and use the hashtag TCUB as well. And I'll try my very best to get some of your thoughts. So you can tweet at Commentary Live 1 to get in touch with the channel. And we'll read the best out at half time if we get any. Here comes Morocco coming forward. And that's a ball into the path of Sosa. Just didn't know where the ball was. As Ashraf Hakimi came in to win the ball back, but there's Gvardiol to clear the ball away. And now Brozovic will fetch the ball forward for Croatia onto Juranovic. And Juranovic is up and over halfway. Here's Luka Modric, who will look to play the ball forward. Gets past one into Juranovic, who loses out. And it's a Moroccan throw in the end, according to the linesmen and the officials. I thought that was a Croatian throw-in, but he was given the opposite way. No real stoppages in this first half, so I wonder how many minutes we'll get at the end of the first half. I wonder if we'll have quite a bit of stoppage time in the end, probably a ridiculous amount of stoppages, I would imagine. It's Morocco 0, Croatia 0, if you just tuned into us here on the commentary of his. 39 minutes gone. 0-0 as Morocco's boss there, Walid Regragui, just watching on and is pleased with what he's seen from his side so far. They've contained Croatia well. None of them have plenty of goal-scoring opportunities. And no real shots on his team's goal. Here's Ziyech. Sunucci back in towards Ziyech. And then Modric does well to come across to read the danger. We lose out to Ashraf Hakimi. Modric gets back, but he's fouled Ashraf Hakimi there. Pulled him back. And the referee, who is from Argentina, Pellini, did well there. And he come running across with no real menace. When he blew the whistle, he come running straight across and showing who's boss, showing which way it should be taken. Morocco 0, Croatia 0. 5 minutes to go till half time. And you are listening to the commentary hub. If you're tuned in and want to get involved with us, you can do so. Tweet a commentary live 1. Or leave a comment in the comment section like Luke Turton has done. And I'll read some of those out when next time we get the ball. A breaking plays. Here's a free kick then, which is got Ashraf Hakimi and Hakim Ziyech standing over. They've got Saisso from the back as to a good. And Marla's in there too. Will it be Hakim Ziyech? He will. There's a ball in towards the near post and it's cleared away by Kovacic and Modric. And then Brozovic loses out to Ziyech and pushed him over, but it's only a throw in to Croatia, which will be taken by Sosa. And it looked as though, and yes, I thought so, that should have been a free kick to Croatia, to Morocco for a foul in the back of Hakim Ziyech. But the referee And Sissi said no, as is Nikola Vlasic down injured for Croatia. I think he could potentially be. From what I've just seen, I think it could maybe his hamstring. That is the problem, which should be a big miss if he has to go off for Croatia. Wonder who will have to come on. This is the first of 4 back-to-back matches coming up next at 1 o'clock. It's Germany against Japan with Paul James. And then we've got Spain against Costa Rica, taking at 4 o'clock with Nicholas Jones. And at 7 o'clock we'll be back. I'll be back and I'll be joined by Paul James for Belgium against Canada. So some big games coming up for you today, including Spain and Germany both in action. And Belgium beginning their campaign too. Vlasic just getting a bit of a fitness test on the side of the pitch, see if he can continue. We're almost coming up towards half time here now. That's the only real stoppage we've had in play for that injury to Vlasic, as we've played 43 minutes. And it's Morocco 0, Croatia 0. And now Croatia back up to their full complement as Vlasic is back on the field of play and runs across to gain his position. And he's watching Amrabat there as the ball comes across to this near side looking for Ziyech. Headed away there by Modric. No, not Modric, because he was away by Paris. By Sosa, should I say. Sosa and Modric look alive with the hairstyles they've got. But Grimaldo come across to defend that well. It remains Morocco 0, Croatia 0 at coming up towards half time. Some Croatian flags, some Moroccan flags down in the same corner of the net and the area. Morocco reaching to Grimaldo, who looks to come forward and play downfield. And there's a flick on there by Vlasic towards Perisic. And Vlasic is putting him under a bit of pressure. And then there's the ball forward from the goalkeeper, Benue, and he gives it to Boufal now. And Boufal tries to come forward from Morocco. And there's a foul there on Juranovic. By Boufal, and it was a definite foul. Some of the Moroccan fans didn't agree. And yeah, we come towards half time as Gvardiol has possession. Lovely bit of play. Brozovic is there, across into Modric, who plays the ball over the top, looking for the run of the goalkeeper of Vlasic. Here's Sosa, and a wonderful save by Buone there as Vlasic came in and almost scored as we head to 2 minutes of stoppage time at the end of this first half. And we've played almost 30 seconds of the 2 added on, which I'm a bit surprised at. Probably had an extra minute on because of the injury to Vlasic, but that's the only real stoppage. And if he was going to put one anyway, they'd probably just had an extra minute on for the injury to Vlasic, which had a few moments to go. But this ball in towards Kramaric there. You got need in the chest, I think. Then there's Sosa's ball in to Vlasic, and that's a fantastic save by Buone, who just stuck out a knee to block that effort. Now Sosa gets the ball forward, looking for the run of Vlasic, and Vlasic is putting under a bit of pressure, clears away. And there's the love run to the all into Ivanovic now. Here come Kramaric into the path of Brozovic, and Brozovic switches the play well. Can't pick out a teammate. He's had a play for a throw to Croatia, which will be taken by Ivan Perisic, who throw it into the penalty area. He breaks towards Vlasic inside the box. His shot is blocked, and then a shot just over the bar by Luka Modric. Just right on the shock of half time, that would have been if that had gone in. As we've now played the 2 minutes of stop 7, that would have been right on the stroke of half time, but he kept his shot down. But he remains goalless. Looks like that might be the last chance of the first half. Unless he says to play an extra minute on top of for that injury to Vlasic a few moments ago, which he hasn't. He's only played a few seconds over. But there is the half time whistle in this game. And it remains Morocco 0, Croatia 0. Chances have been very little to come between both sides. But either break remains 0-0. Morocco have defended well, Croatia have defended well. And Morocco have given as good as they've got. Either break then. Morocco 0, Croatia 0. Welcome back to the commentary coverage for Morocco against Croatia in the Group F clash in the FIFA World Cup 2022. I'm your alternative commentator, Russ Vernon. We'll get ready for the second half very shortly. We'll just be coming back on ready for the second half, and we've just got some sad news into us at half time, which sees Ipswich Town confirm the death of former striker David Johnson. They said David represented Ipswich from 1972 to 1976. They said, may he rest in peace. All our condolences from everyone on the commentary goes out to his family and friends. That's some just sad news that's just reached us today. Just got a message in from Luke Turton, who's listening along to the coverage. He says he's enjoying the commentary so far. He says, we just need a goal now. I don't want me to have 2-0 in 2 days. I may still have 2-0 in 2 days, Luke, because I've got the Belgium Canada game later. I've got the Brazil game tomorrow as well. Got 2 goals in 2 days. Tomorrow there's a half-time substitution as Vlasic is being replaced by Pasalic at the start of the second half. That's the first change for Croatia. And Vlasic is on. And off is Nikola Vlasic, who did get injured towards the end of that first half, you may remember, as the players are now back out for the second half. As we get ready for the second half to get underway. Where it currently remains Morocco 0, Croatia 0. So when you throw the teams for the second half in a few minutes, as the second half will be about to get underway. In this game, as we see Pulisic on now for we're just waiting for Amrabat to come back out. Late coming for the second half. I wonder why he was late coming out for the second half. Unsure why, as there is Kramaric who was about to get the second half underway then. And we're now underway for the second half with Croatia attacking the goal to my right in the second half. As is Gvardiol to Dejan Lovren, and the sun that was over on that far side in that first half has now gone in. Or he's just shining off of the pitch this time, so the players on the field of play will be in the shade as we go through the two sides again for you in a second or so. Go through now from Morocco's Brenu, Akime, Saiss, Agard, Mazure, Amrabat, Uya, and then Ziyech, Amala, and Bufal with El Nasri up front. As for Croatia, is Livakovic in goal. The back four for them sees Jovanovic, Lovren, Gvardiol, and Sosa at the back. It's a midfield. Then it's Brozovic in front of the back four. Then it's Modric and Kovacic just behind the front three, which is now Pasalic, Kramaric, and Perisic. As is the first touch for Pasalic. And now Modric has possession into the path of Sosa. Sosa now back he goes to Gvardiol, and Gvardiol will find Brozovic, will find Kovacic, and Kovacic goes back there into the path of Livakovic's goalkeeper. He was under pressure there, was Kovacic, from his Chelsea teammate Hakim Ziyech, which probably told his Moroccans all about how Kovacic likes to play, having seen it up close and personal in training and also in the Premier League as they play for the same side. It's Morocco 0, Croatia 0 in the 47th minute. Let's hope, as Luke mentioned, we get a goal in the second half. And if we don't, I'm going to blame it on Luke for jinxing it. As here is Palisic, and he plays the ball backwards into the path of Sosa, who puts the ball into the penalty area and is cleared away. But the offside flag is up on that against Perisic over on that far side, and it remains 0-0. And he wasn't the one offside, it was Paslic that was offside in the end. But it remains 0-0. As Luke just messaged says, come on teams, let's get Russ a goal. Hope so, my friend, but if not, I'm jinxing it. I'm blaming it on you, Luke, for jinxing it with your message at half time. As his size clears the ball forward, flicked on there by Buffal, looking for El Nesri. Now it plays for Buffal. Now Buffal comes forward once more, and he's out of play for a throw off of Juranovic, and he's done well up against Buffal, Juranovic, in that first half. I'm looking to continue that during the second half as well. As is Mazuri, who will take that throwing down line into the path of Buffal, and Juranovic is across there, and he goes behind for a goal kick to Croatia. Livakovic, the man between the sticks today for Zlatko Dalic's side. And he's up against Walid Aguri as well. Interesting to see how this game unfolds. Amrabat commits a foul there on Mateo Kovacic. As Croatia have a free kick just inside their own half. Just very near the touch, just a couple of yards back from the touchline. Yards inside from the touchline, should I say. And he's back inside their penalty area with the goalkeeper Livakovic. Out wide now to Gvardiol. Will get the ball into the path of Kramaric. And now he plays 1-2, but then Ziyech intercepts against Kramaric. And Kramaric gets the ball back, but he goes down. No free kick. And now into us. And Nezrai, who can't get on the end of that ball forward. And there is Kovacic, who goes down on the challenge of Ziyech, but wins the throw as well for Croatia. Gvardiol said to the linesman, I should have had a free kick. Michel was being pulled off. But the officials weren't having that. As here's Ziyech now to path of Buffal. Buffal coming forward. And Buffal's shot is blocked. Basically towards a penalty. And Mazuri's header saved by the goalkeeper Livakovic. Now Brozovic can get the ball away into Pasalic. Pasalic is coming forward. There's a Moroccan down off of the field of play. So the play can continue as Kramaric feeds in Lovren. Crossfield pass into the boot of Perisic there. Now into Luka Modric. And Modric will look to play the ball into Juranovic. Juranovic is inside the penalty area. Crossed in deep towards the far post looking for Kramaric. And that's headed behind by Ashraf Hakimi. And behind for a Croatian corner. And the Croatian fans behind that goal getting up and behind their teams now. Hopefully this is where we see the opening goal of the game. And Juranovic's ball in. Looking for Kramaric would have probably headed it back across goal. Not given they wanted a penalty there, did Morocco for an handball by Dejan Lovren, but nothing given. And then there's the header saved in the end. And the referee just So there's a few pushing and shoving in. Set the penalty before the corner comes in from Modric. Fleeting by Perisic. Save there. Base for Lovren. Shot towards goal. Cleared off the line by Amrabat. And then Ziyech is down. Ziyech is there, but the goalkeeper down inside the penalty, inside the goal. We saw an injury to the goalkeeper in the England-Iran game on Monday when Nicholas was on commentary for that one. Gvardiol helps the goalkeeper back to his feet, and he was just caught by Gvardiol. Accidentally, they were coming in to try and go an end of that one. They collided. Sainz was just behind him as well, which I think he put a knee into his back. But Dejan Lovren shot just cleared off the line by Amrabat as Croatia went close from that corner. And Mazraoui, the left back for Morocco, remains down. So there's a stoppage in play. And we almost had the first goal there. Luxy almost brushes with spared. For me not blaming you for being a goal of straw. Well, there is a goal, but there is the left back. Mazraoui just having a bit of treatment. Wonder who will come on for him in that position if he has to go off. In the end, it remains Morocco 0. Croatia. This is where the challenge happened. He landed funny on it and slid out of play when after he had his header towards goal saved by Livakovic. And I think he must have hurt himself when he slid off the field of play from that challenge. And they're looking like they may need a stretcher here. And the goalkeeper is getting a bit of treatment as well while he's on the the left back's getting a bit of treatment as well. It remains Morocco 0, Croatia 0. Look, there's nothing to do with him if no teams score. But I'm blaming you, Luke, because you put the jinx on it by saying I hope you don't get 0-0, another 0-0 in second day running. So technically, it will be our fault. I'm only joking, my friend. You know that. Hopefully, you're feeling better soon, my friend. Luke unwell and unable to join Paul James for Germany against Japan at 1 p.m. Hopefully, Luke is feeling better soon. He'll be off commentaries for a bit while he's feeling unwell, but he will be listening into our coverage like the good gentleman and good colleague that he is. As is Livakovic now, with possession for Croatia. Mazraoui back on the field at the moment. Be interested to see how well he does now. I mean, just below that injury a few minutes ago. He's still holding his side. 10 minutes gone in the second half. Morocco 0, Croatia 0 is a scoreline as Gvardiol picks up possession into Brozovic. And now here comes Ziyech, but Gvardiol intercepted well. And there's a full race there between Kramaric and Agard, who just watched the ball go out of play for a goal kick to his side. Well, Rigori just having a word with one of his backroom staff, probably regarding about that injury to the left back for Morocco, which is Mazraoui. But there is the ball looking towards the head of Achraf Hakimi, but the ball goes out of play. In this game's been played at the Al Bayat Stadium as the ball is played forward. Looking for the run of Kramaric, and there is the header forward. But Pulisic is fetching the ball down well into Dejan Lovren inside the centre circle, just inside the Croatian half, across to the left-hand side, and Sosa back inside to Gvardiol and back now to Dejan Lovren into the centre circle, and now Kovacic and Brozovic does well to come away with the ball into Modric, and now wonderful bit of play out wide to Ivan Perisic, who runs at Achraf Hakimi, and Achraf Hakimi does well to block, to stop him from getting past and push it out for a corner. up against Ivan Perisic, who has done well for Tottenham this season when he's played in that ball forward from Luka Modric. He's out of play for a goal kick. 57 minutes gone, it remains Morocco 0, Croatia 0 between the two sides. Here is the Croatian fans on the big screen, just putting themselves on the big screen as well inside the El Bayer Stadium. And they're watching their side, currently drawing 0-0 with Morocco. 57 minutes on the clock is out of play for a throw to Croatia, taken by Perisic back to Gvardiol, who had to come up from the back to get that ball there. And Gvardiol gives the ball away this time, and now Amrabat is playing it back to his goalkeeper, Buane. Buane clears the ball forward. And there's headed forward by Dejan Lovren. But he goes out of play for a throw to Morocco. And it remains Morocco 0, Croatia 0. 58 minutes on the clock. Despite it being 0-0, I've enjoyed this game so far. Both teams having a and Mazzouri, the left back, is down again with that injury. Same injury from when he had this headed towards goal. This is where he injured himself. He just landed on it as he went in the injury and just stayed down after that for quite a bit. And it's the same injury which is causing the problem. They've actually stretched on this time, so it looks like Morocco will make their first change, and it'll be the number. Just see which number is going to come on here. I think it's number 25, is it? That's going to come on for Morocco. If that's the case, it'll be Atiat Allah, as there is the left back just on the stretcher, being stretched off here now, as Morocco will be temporarily down to 10 men until the substitution is made. Mazzouri is off, and he's going to be replaced by Atiat Allah. So I was right with the number that's coming on, number 25. I thought I saw that number there, but I wasn't 100% sure. It's always good to be proven right. I must have heard me say that number and decided to fetch him on for me to prove that I know what I'm talking about. Which I do anyway. As here is Morocco against Croatia. And the scoreline is 0-0. As Jovanovic plays the ball back into Loveland from that throwing for Croatia. And now he is with Gvardiol. Lovren again. And back into Gvardiol once more. And yes, go back to Dejan Lovren once more. There was no option going forward. Lovren now finds Jovanovic. And back into Lovren and now back to Livakovic. And now across to Gvardiol, who will turn. And he's been told to carry it forward by Brozovic, but then he goes into Dejan Lovren. He's got Modric to the side, and he goes long, looking for the run of Kramaric, who can't get on the end of that, and it remains 0-0. As we see Morocco against Croatia in action. As here we see the game unfold as we watch Morocco coming forward. Down the right hand side is the Ashraf Hakimi who puts the ball in towards the penalty area. Goes behind everyone inside the penalty area there for Morocco. Comes across to Atiala, the substitute, and then towards Amala, who can't go on the end of it. And Livakovic claimed that ball well as Ala tried to go on the end of it. And it remains 0-0. Here's Luka Modric now for Croatia, who look to come forward. One substitute piece, and no bookings as of yet, as we await our first goal on 62.5 minutes gone. Morocco 0, Croatia 0 on the commentary. As Morocco comes forward. Foul plays the ball in field. He comes across now, and there is Amrabat who plays it out wide, but the free kick has been given for a foul on Allah by Luka Modric. And the referee potentially could have waited to see if there's any advantage there, but he blew straight away. And just as Amrabat picked up possession and played out wide, just as Amrabat picked the ball up, that's when he blew. But he could have waited and see if the puck would have come of it, because he would have played in Hakim Ziyech over that far side, who could have put a dangerous cross in. Ziyech is near with Ashraf Hakimi for this free kick. Burnley fans, you may want to know, is Anas Zahouri on the field yet? Anas Zahouri is still off of the field at the moment. Is Morocco 0, Croatia 0. Masouin Afrat Ayat Allah came on for him after he went off injured, and Vlasic went off, I think was injured at half time, and on come Mario Palasic. As the shot goes towards goal, saved well there by the goalkeeper Livakovic, and now Palasic is there, and the ball is out of play. And there's a throw in, and I think it might be a throw in to Morocco. It was Afra Hakimi with that effort on goal after being teed up by Hakim Ziyech. But that's a decent effort, which was pushed away by Livakovic. And there's a substitution here now, number 16. Azulai is on, and it's for Boufal, who's gone off, and Boufal has had a decent game. Today he's played well. He's now replaced by Abed Azalai, who comes on the field of players after Boufal went off there. It remains 0-0 here on the commentary hub. We're also live on JB Sports, Storm FM as well, and also commentary hub too. And we see Morocco against Croatia, and we see that it remains 0-0, and we've played 66 minutes. As Perisic plays the ball forward, given away by Ivan Perisic, and now Modric is back there to win the ball back for Croatia. Brozovic finds Gvardiol. Down the field it goes, but it's given back to Morocco, and they will look to come forward again, but they've given it away this time to Luka Modric, and Modric plays it through to Kramaric. Kramaric inside, just outside the penalty on the right hand side. Luka Modric on the edge of the box, breaks towards Kramaric inside the penalty area. Busais is there to try to tidy up, and who helps out there too, into Atala. Atala, should I say, who clears the ball away. Gvardiol gets it back to Livakovic, who will take a touch, and then with his right boot find Dejan Lovren, who will turn away and will find Gvardiol, who takes a touch and feeds in Kovacic, who does well here. Kovacic into the path of Pasalic, and Kovacic has it back now. Here's Gvardiol, who can come forward, and he gets the ball forward well here. And now still Morocco 0, Croatia 0. And they're playing some good football both for these sides. No real goal, no real efforts on goal at the moment. Both defences are defending well, and both teams are defending from the front well, which is making it hard for each team to create real goal scoring opportunities in this game. But now we may see one here if this pass was a bit better from Amrabat. But now here comes Croatia coming forward. Lovely bit of play. And now is a free kick in now. And it comes now for Lovren. Lovren coming forward into Juranovic. Juranovic back to Dejan Lovren. Dejan Lovren back down to Josip Juranovic. And Juranovic gives it back to Lovren. And those two just playing a bit of key ball between them both. And now he feeds into Modric this time as Lovren. And now Brozovic out wide to Sosa. Now Brozovic has it again. Here's Luka Modric, this time coming forward. How wide it goes into the path of Brozovic. And Brozovic does well. Luka Modric is there. Luka Modric tidies up well into the path of Gvardiol. And Gvardiol just sees the ball moving freely from his side at the moment. Knocking around well, all Croatia. But yet to penetrate the Moroccan goal with chances in this game at all. I don't recall either team having one shot on target in that first half. I don't think either keeper has had to make a save yet. They could have above in this game. I wouldn't really call that header from Mazuri a chance or a save for the goalkeeper to make. It was straight at him. But here's Juranovic, who goes forward and is fouled by Zulai, who's just going to the field of play. He came off for Buffal. Juranovic was the man who was fouled there. Yeah. Ayat was also came on earlier. He came on for Mazuri. Now is the second sub for Croatia's. Kramaric is being replaced by number 14, I think it is, Livaja. Comes on for Croatia. And that's their second sub. There's Andre Kramaric came off. He's played well there. Kramaric just pushed the ball in and it's just over the top. Oh, Nasri got bad there to defend well. As that cross came in. Lasic was in there for Croatia. But he remains goalless with 90 minutes left to play. And Croatia have a corner kick today, which will be taken by Luka Modric, who's got players up from the back, the likes of Lovren and Gvardiol. As is Modric with the corner in, who is in towards the near post, where Livja is just come on, is in there, and he's put back in towards the back post, and he's headed behind by Agurd for a corner. And Agurd is set up after going down with a which looked to appear to be an injury for a clash of heads with Dejan Lovren, but he's back to his feet now in the back. And he looks to be okay. Ashraf Hakimi just with the goalkeeper. But Nunu there, who's got Bono on back of his shirt. And it remains Morocco 0, Croatia 0, and the ball corner came in from Modric this time, was saved well. And now here comes Morocco steaming forward. It's a substitute. Azella towards the penalty, goes down on the edge of the box, no free kick given. And there is the clearance from Sosa. And Croatia let off there. Now Modric can get the ball forward over on that far side. It's into the path of Brozovic. Now Croatia just taking their time to come forward here. Brozovic now again. Good bit of footwork this from Croatia. They're keeping the ball well here. Morocco 0, Croatia 0. Hopefully we get a late goal, so don't have to commentate on 2-0-0s in a row then here on the commentary hub. It'd be just my luck. My other game today finishes 0-0 as well. But let's hope not. Let's hope we have a goal in this one. And a goal in the later one between Belgium and Canada. As here now is Juranovic. And Juranovic does well into the path of Pulisic. And Pulisic, he plays it across there now to Sosa. Down the line is Perisic. Sosa again. Brozovic now with possession for Croatia. Back into Sosic. Sosa, should I say. Now down the line is Perisic. Now is Mateo Kovacic. Kovacic is there. And Kovacic is still going well. And he's out of play for a throw to Morocco. Kovacic thought it was his throw, but it wasn't. 74 minutes on the clock. 16 minutes remaining. It's Morocco 0, Croatia 0. And we're still yet to wait to see our first goal in this game. I wonder if we will get our first goal in this game today, or whether the goal will come at the start of this, towards the end of this game. As here we see a wonderful ball through in towards the penalty area, and Liverpool couldn't go on end of that ball through there. But it's for Croatia to keep hold of possession with a free kick. That ball is hit forward by the Moroccan striker Enesri, and he looked like, and to me I think he could be booked here for kicking the ball away and a time wasting tactic there. So whistle went very quickly. It's not like he didn't hear it. And it is Modric now for Croatia, just to keep hold of the ball and just to tidy things up for Croatia and just make sure they get their foothold in the game, which have, I think the majority of the game as the ball comes in towards Liverpool in the penalty area, no one in around at the back post trying to support Liverpool there, which meant Morocco could clear easy. But now Modric, Juranovic, Brozovic forward. Liverpool's there again, but Modric has won the ball back. Luka Modric on his right boot out wide to Ivan Perisic, who tries to put a cross and is blocked. Out of play for a throw, which Sosa will take into Luka Modric, into Ivan Perisic, back heel into the path of Modric. But then he goes out of play for a throw. Or is it a free kick? He's given a free kick to Morocco, foul on Ashraf Hakimi from Ivan Perisic. Was oddly anything in that for me. The thing the referee has been conned there by Ashraf Hakimi. And it remains Morocco 0, Croatia 0, 76 minutes on the clock, should I say. And Got almost 30 minutes left to play. It remains 0-0, and it looks like we're going to have some more subs for Morocco with Abdelhamid Sabri about to come on. Sabiri about to come on, should I say? Sabiri is about to come on in a minute or two. I wonder if that was Anas Ore also about to come on for Morocco as well. But it looks as though they might be making a double change Morocco in a second. As there is a free kick to Croatia, and the first yellow card is over the game is about to be shown here, and it's gone to Amrabat for a foul on Luka Modric, and there is the first yellow card of the game, and it's took until the 77th minute. The first yellow card of the game to arrive. I'm quite surprised about, if I'm totally honest with you there. They took this long for the game's first yellow card, as we about to see a double substitution for, or substitution apiece maybe, as we can see number 7 for Croatia there, which is Livoro Major about to come on, and he's going to be replacing Mateo Kovacic. And Mateo Kovacic has done well and played very well today. So Mateo Kovacic departs. Morocco not making their change just yet, I don't think. So there's the Croatian third substitute in this game. And Croatia just have a free kick over on this near side, just a couple of yards in from the touchline after a foul on this near side. The referee just putting the magic spray down. And it's Maja and Modric standing over this free kick, which will be whipped into the penalty area. And we approach the final 10 minutes of the game. Will it be Modric to take? No, it will be Luka Modric to take, and he whips the ball in towards the back post. Gvardiol heads it back in. He heads it wide, but he was penalised for a foul in there. Was Josko Gvardiol, as a double substitution about to be made now for Morocco. As we're about to see these substitutions be made in. The first one is El Nesri coming off for Andala, and El Nesri has done really, really well today, and he gets a good reception from the fans, and then it's number 8, Unani, is also coming off for Sabri in the end, and he has also played well today as Rane, who's just been substituted there. That's their 4th change of the game for Morocco there. And you can make up to 5 changes in the matches here in the World Cup. If you're wondering why they've made 4 changes. As here is the ball cleared away by number 11. Sabriel's just come on and he's out of play for a throw to Morocco. 82 minutes gone, 8 minutes remaining. And it's 0-0 between these two sides as Morocco and Croatia are still locked to goalless. Still awaiting that elusive first goal. Who will get that elusive first goal? Will it be Croatia? Or will it be Morocco? Could be Morocco as they're coming forward now. And he's out of play for a throw-in, which will be taken by Atiala. Who throws it down the line looking for the head of the substitute Amdallah. And that's cleared away by Brozovic, who wins a goal kick for his troubles after he bounced off Zeloui. And now it's Morocco 0, Croatia 0. If you're just tuned into us here on the commentary of the home of alternative commentaries and your one-stop need for the World Cup in alternative commentaries. The best place to hear the best alternative commentaries on YouTube is right here with us at the Commentary Hub. You can hear us on the Commentary Hub 2, JB Sports and Storm FM. You can also hear us on our Twitch channel as well. You can go across to our Twitch channel and listen across there. It's under our former name, Football Commentary Live, which is what we was when we started out. We're now known as the Commentary Hub. But if you go to twitch.tv/Football Commentary Live, all one word, you'll be able to hear our commentaries over there. And if you've got the Twitch app, give it a follow on Twitch. Download the Twitch app. Just put audio only, put our commentary on, and listen to the game while you're driving in your car if you're out and about and it's safe and legal to do so. As here is Morocco with the ball over the top, is cleared away and is out of play for a throw to Morocco. The throw came in, was short, the cross came in for Ashraf Hakimi, and then it was a save by Livakovic, and now Croatia have lost possession, and now it's back with the left back Atiala. Now on to Zeloui. Zeloui just attacking down the left hand side. It goes down on the challenge of Perisic. No free kick given as now the ball is over the top. And there's Zeloui is still down holding his face as we come into the final 5 minutes of the game. Almost time for me to announce the player of the match. And it's going to be quite a tough one since it's been a good game, but very little players have stood out of note. So it's going to be a tough choice for me for player of the match. More comments in here. Lucy's just going to apologise now for potentially jinxing it. He says, didn't Sabri used to play for Huddersfield? I'm not sure if he did, Luke. It's 0-0 at 6 minutes gone as we thinking of the player of the match today for either Morocco or for Croatia. And it's going to be a tough one to call, I think. We'll probably announce it just as we go into stoppage time, as it remains 0-0 here. Both teams have lacked quality in the final third. as Luka Modric just runs out of play. They're under pressure from the Moroccan player there, which I think was Hakimi, but now he's across to Zalo. Azuli is attacking. Zalo is here. Azulai attacking. Now here comes Croatia down the line. And it goes down there, does Janovic, who stayed down under the transition. A free kick given here. And it remains 0-0. And Luke, your apology will not be forgiven unless I get a goal in my Belgium-Canada game later this evening. Unless we get a late goal here. As I've just made my choice for player of the match, which we'll be able to find out about very shortly. Is Morocco 0, Croatia 0, if you're just joining into us here on the TCM as we watch Morocco coming forward. Gvardiol's there to defend well. Now is the merger there, and now Modric and Maja again. And now Sosa into Gvardiol and now into Dejan Lovren. And he's back to Livakovic. And while the ball's just been knocked around by Croatia quite comfortably here, guys, I'm just about to announce the player of the match. And the player of the match for me has to be, which is sponsored by Community Services, is Luka Modric. He has played well for Croatia, tried to create things, tried to make things happen. Could agree with Ivan Perisic as well, as he's done the same. But I just think Modric has been that next level up. Is the Croatian captain, Luka Modric, who gets the player of the match, sponsored by Barry Swain's commentary services. So a big thank you to Barry Swain and his commentary services company for sponsoring our player of the match for the World Cup, as they always do here on our commentaries on the commentary of Ivan Perisic, who was a close second for player of the match, has just been substituted. And on in his place comes Mislav Orsic, who Burnley fans will not be happy about. It looked like Mislav Orsic was going to join Burnley at one point in the summer, but then opted against doing that. But Ivan Perisic has played well and has now left the field of play as we come towards how many minutes of stoppage time we'll have at the end of this game. As I feel Luke Turton has actually jinxed me today by saying at half time, by saying let's hope you don't have another 0-0, and looks like that's going to be the case as we see 6 additional minutes added on at the end of this game, as we've played as we played 15 seconds of that 6 added on. And now here is the ball in from Ezo, and it's claimed by Livakovic, and it looks like I'm going to have another 0-0, my second 0-0 on the commentary in the space of a day. Don't you dare jinx our next game as well, Luke. You just said that my next commentary is going to be 0-0 as well. If that Brazil-Canada game is going to end 0-0 as well, then I definitely think Luke has jinxed me today. But here is Morocco trying to come forward. There's been 7 attempts at goal by both sides, so 14 attempts in total, and only 4 attempts on target to each, which, considering it's been played at a good tempo, I would expect to do more shots in total and more shots on target in total as well, but both sides have played well. Morocco's digged in, and is Morocco have a throw-in late on after Dejan Lovren put the ball out of play? There've been no Anas Zahouri today for Croatia, not against Croatia, should I say, for Morocco, who will, or Ilias Chair, after their subs have all been made. Same with Croatia, all their subs have been made now. Allah with the throw in, cleared away by Sosa. Now Saiss for Morocco into Agurd, who plays the ball out wide. Then there's a head out of play for a throw in by Sosa. Now Morocco have a chance to try and get a late winner here. Can they do that as Hakim Ziyech does well to hold up the play, but then he commits a foul and gets away a free kick foul on Luka Modric by Hakim Ziyech, and Hakim Ziyech has not the best of performances today, as Morocco 0, Croatia 0 is the scoreline. Just a reminder, coming up next on the commentary at 1 p.m. we have got Germany against Japan, and then coming up at 4 o'clock Spain against Costa Rica, then at 7 o'clock Belgium against Canada, and at 1 p.m. is with Paul James. At 4 p.m. is with Nicholas Jones, then at 7 p.m. is myself and Paul James, our first ever commentary duo together since Paul joined the commentary hub. As here comes Croatia, last chance to try and get any late goalie, but it's cleared away. When it comes up, we'll come back for Croatia as Gvardiol finds Lovren. Lovren will play the ball across there to Sosa, comes up over halfway. Good play this from Margin. Now into Lovren again. Dejan Lovren just keeping the possession for Croatia too, and keeping it inside the Moroccan half. And it's towards the edge of the penalty area. Edge of the box now he goes. In towards Major on the far side. Also to the near side. He loses out. Now Morocco can try and break down this near side. Their left as they're trying to attack. But the ball is cut out, and now Janovic loses out. And now here comes Morocco. Last chance still for them if they can have a chance here. But wonderful challenge by Dejan Lovren. And he gets the ball away. And there is a foul on Brozovic, who does well to win the free kick. And it's Morocco 0, Croatia 0. Hopefully you've enjoyed the coverage of this game today, even though it will remain locked to goalless. This is a free kick to Croatia. Foul on Livja. There, so be interested to see what happens. Come the end of this game as we watch on. Free kick from Modric in towards the penalty area, headed away towards the edge of the box. He comes out to this right hand side and Livja down the line. He goes looking for Gvardiol. He's out of play for a throw to Croatia, but there's no time to take it. And Luke Turton, you're officially a jinx, my friend. It's finished. Morocco 0, Croatia 0. There are chances at both ends, but none that could be taken by either side. It's a point apiece for Morocco and for Croatia in their Group F opener. Belgium take on Canada later in Group F as well. Next up is the turn of Group E in the World Cup, as we see Spain at 4 o'clock against Costa Rica in Group E. Germany against Japan is at 1 o'clock in Group E. We've got Paul James on commentary for that one. Nicholas Jones on commentary for Spain, Costa Rica. And at 7 p.m, join myself and Paul James as we guide you through Belgium against Canada. But for me, in the game between Morocco and Croatia, thanks to Paul, thanks to Luke, who jinxed the scoreline, and for his contribution as well. He's finished Morocco 0, Croatia 0. Thank you very much for listening. I'll see you again at 7 o'clock this evening for Belgium against Canada. Paul James on the way at 1 for Germany against Japan. From all of the team here, for now, goodbye. We'll see you at 1 o'clock when Paul James takes the air to the air. From all of us here now, goodbye.